Hello and welcome back to another Rush Duel video. Today I am a little bit sick, which means we get little PNG tomato in the corner instead of my beautiful face on camera. Today we wanted to talk about the GOHA Rush Festival, the latest event that has come to Duel Links, specifically for Rush Duel. So the GOHA Rush Festival is pretty cool. It's basically Rush Duel's version of the KC Cup, except it's a little bit more casual, I think is the best way to describe it. So stage 1 starts on the 30th of November and stage 2 starts on the 8th of December, both concluding on the 11th of December. That means in total, that's 12 days of the event, and that means we'll have 3 days of the second stage, which is pretty cool. Now, the reason I say this event is a little bit more casual friendly is because we have the event duelists, which is kind of a new thing, which is unique to the GOHA Rush Festival. So in order to reach stage 2, all we have to do is get Rush Power 100. So how do we get Rush Power? And the answer to that would be dueling. So if we win a PvP duel, we get 3 Rush Power. So that's pretty cool. Already that tells us that we don't have to win 100 games, we only have to win 33 games and we qualify, which is quite nice. We also can't lose Rush Power, which means again, 33 wins is the absolute minimum that you would need. If we win a PvP duel that we've summoned an ace monster, we instead get 4 points. This isn't 3 plus 4, so we don't get 7. We just get 4 points instead. So we just get 1 extra point, which is nice. That does incentivize you a little bit to use the characters with their own boss monsters. I specifically was using Luke, and I was using Dragius as the boss, so I was getting 4 points quite a lot during my event. And finally, win against an event duelist plus 1. So if you win one of the PvE event duels, you also get 1 point. Now, these event duels are pretty interesting, so if we come out of this quick, we can see that these event duelists are currently up, and these respawn daily, and there are 6 of them total. It is every single character that we have unlocked at the moment. Now, the reason this is so interesting is because 2 of these characters aren't currently available at the gate, that being Roa and Mimi, and Mimi specifically is a very important duelist because if you defeat her, you can unlock Seahorse Carrier, which is a card that I know so many of you didn't manage to get a playset of. So if you don't yet already have your playset of Seahorse Carrier, it might be worth trying to use a farm deck to beat Mimi and Mimi to try and get your hands on the Seahorse Carrier. Heading over to Duel Links meta, we can see that they do actually have a Mimi level 40 beatdown deck and strategy guide to help you try and maximize your duel rating and thus maximize rewards from Mimi. So this is a really good guide to just build this deck, follow the strategy, and try and maximize the amount of points so you can hopefully get your Seahorse Carrier. So the other thing to take note of is that these event duelists respawn daily, which does mean you will have a total of 12 attempts. Now, obviously, we're already on day 2, so we've already kind of missed one of those attempts, but you will have several attempts to try and get this. So if you don't get it on the first try, it's a little bit unlucky, but hopefully you will be able to get it again. Now, as we increase our rush power, we will also be increasing the level of these duelists. So if you are maybe playing with like a free-to-play deck, or maybe you don't feel very confident in your rush ability, it might be worth staying under rush power 41 so that you have an easier time playing only against level 20 duelists. But obviously that will also affect the rewards, so yeah, take that with a pinch of salt. But because we also get 6 free NPC games every day, that does mean that 6 free rush power every single day. And that really does add up. If we think about it as 8 days before stage 2, 8 times 6 is 46, which means you can effectively get 46 rush power without doing any PvP at all before stage 2 even starts. And if again you're not here to play rush and you're just here to like auto duel through, if you defeat all of these event duelists for all 12 days, you will end with a total of 72 rush power, which is enough to get a ton of the rewards just for playing. So that is quite a nice little bonus. There's also the first stage exclusive skill. This is just a nice little boost that just adds your ace to your hand. So if you're playing any of these characters, you can just add that ace immediately to your hand at the start of the duel, which is nice, again, if you just want to be farming. And then after 8 days, the second stage will begin. Now, the second stage will be more like the traditional KC Cup second stage, where we will be fighting using ranked points. And then if we defeat someone, we'll be going up the ranks. If we lose to someone, we will lose our rank points and drop down the ranks. And basically, the highest ranked duelist at the end of all 3 days will be the winner, and you'll get better rewards depending on how well you placed. So pretty standard as far as KC Cup typically goes. So yeah, this is basically KC Cup, except it's a lot more casual friendly for the first stage, which is quite nice. We'll also be getting some nice rewards. And even if you're a speed duel player and just here to get the rewards, as long as you duel 7 times, you better get a handful of gems. As well as if you play 3 duels a day, you'll get a total of 50 gems. So that's Again, another reason to keep playing it, as well as the rank up rewards, which are also pretty good. We'll also get access to the Legendary Duelist Rainbow Packs, which basically give us a chance at a bunch of level up rewards for some of the other Rush Duel characters, which is not particularly interesting, but some of these will be prismatic, so I guess that's something. Unfortunately, it is not super useful if you already have all these cards and you don't really care about a rarity bump, but it is nice nonetheless. So as for me, I did manage to reach Rush Power Max in just under 3 hours, playing a pretty subpar deck. We were playing the Red Eyes Dragons using the Black Dragon Rising skill. We were basically just trying to find other decks we could just slot the Red Eyes Black Dragon in. Now this deck is a little bit clunky with it because if you do use the skill, you cannot attack with your level 7 effect monsters, which does kind of hurt Dragius and Ancient Arise Dragon, but there is some situations where being able to use the Black Dragon Chick to get out the Red Eyes Black Dragon was very, very helpful. The main theory behind this deck is that we're running just a crap ton of battle traps and we're playing all 24 and 2500 attack monsters, which means that our battle traps should be live a lot of the time unless our opponent is playing the specific monsters that don't care about them, such as Royal Rebels Heavy Metal, Ancient Arise Dragon, and Seven's Rogue Magician, which just can get so big that they just won't care about a small 400 attack decrease. But yeah, getting through does not take very long. Again, it does feel a little bit free. As long as you play in the GOHA Rush Festival, you will almost certainly make it to the end. You will reach that Rush Power 100, and getting to the second stage should be fairly easy. But yeah, this was just a quick video to take a look at the new event, show you what it's all about, try and help you to get your Seahorse Karis if you haven't already, and hopefully help you to qualify for Stage 2. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.